It's it's not too different. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. It's a lot different. The first song, like when I got the beat, like a lot of people don't know with my writing process, like I don't write lyrics down on paper. I let everything really formulate in my head, and I'm writing it in my head as I'm formulating like the rhythm with words and everything. So it's like another thing with my music style is that I like to make everything like personal to the situation. So like it helps like people relate to it more. So the first process with the first song was to put a lot of his details of his career and his accomplishments in it. And so when I did it with that, and then I've added little personal stuff in there, like about his birthday and stuff like that. And so it was great. So the second one, the new one that I made, it was more so like the beats that Joe likes. He likes a lot of like hard hitting, really musical driven beats. So that's what I kind of gravitated towards this one, and I just made it a little bit more personal to him, so the adaptation of the theme songs will grow each time. Because this one, I mentioned his mom and dad in it, and just a couple of his friends in it, and just made it a little bit more personal to him. So it's really becomes like another adaptation to him of what he likes. So that was just the difference between last year's and this year's.
I was going to say, is it fun to kind of get involved, to be with sports and kind of get to use your music and see it in a little bit of a different light?
Yeah, exactly, because I'm always a person who likes to, like, strive off history and, push the envelope and go through different avenues that have never been done before, and you get the best of both, you get your hip-hop and your music lovers who love music, and then also you get your sports fans. And everybody knows sports fans are the greatest fans in the world because they're lifelong fans, It's like your team may not be winning, but that team sticks with you throughout your life, especially hometown teams. Everybody knows with the Vikings, they might disappoint us so much, but we ride with them through thick and thin, So it's a great thing, merging the two with music and sports.
In terms of, I know you're close with Joe. You talk to him a lot kind of during this winter and spring when, kind of he's had to go through these back problems and going so slow.
Yeah, I would talk to him here and there, and it's just Joe's like the perfect example of a true superstar and athlete because, even though he's going through a little tough time with the hardest thing for him is just to sit and watch, because he wants to be out there. He's a team player, and he wants to be out there and helping his team. So he's being patient, but at the same time, he's, like, eager to get out there. And those were kind of our conversations, like, it kind of kills him that, everybody's up here, and then on the road, and he had to, stay back in Florida for rehab, to get better. But he understands the sacrifices that he has to make, to make himself better and the team. So, it's kind of tough for him, but at the same time, he's always keeping his spirits up because, he knows he'll get back out there and, be the best that he can be for him and his team.
I was going to say, are you excited? I know with him coming back, it means the debut of the second song, but are you excited, too, to see him back out on the field and being a part of this team?
Definitely, because I remember even talking to him at the end of last season, and that was tough for them, with the loss at the end of the season. So it's always, that time, they have to prove themselves and get back in it. So, they can try to win a title or the division, So it's always, that remembrance of how last season ended and doing the best that he could, to make that not happen this season. So
I was going to say, baseball players, too, they're superstitious. So you've got one season now with that song, and he won a batting title. So you got to feel pretty good that he probably would want to stick with those songs no matter what now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, I know you did Brendan Harris's song this year, too. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, I know Brendan and Joe are close. Is that kind of how you guys got hooked up for that one too.
Yep, that was that connection. 'Cause one thing that I really didn't even know about until Joe mentioned it to me, like in the wintertime, is that they listen to a lot of my stuff in the locker room, just like during just, their chill out time and, their just downtime. So he was playing, Brendan some of my music, and then, he heard the theme song. So Brendan thought it would be cool for me to make him one too. So I just basically kind of did the same thing. I made it real personal to him. I put a lot of his accomplishments, where he was from, his birthday, stuff like that, and just, made it something that could be another adaptation of him. And one thing about Brendan is that he's a fan of hip hop also, and like one of his favorite artists is Dr. Dre. And so I kind of made it that vibe and that feel of what he would do in that sense of the music. So it was a real great thing though. But yeah, that relationship really came from Joe and them being friends.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool to just see it now expanding and not just having the support. I'm sure for you, having the support of Joe is a big thing to be able to get your music out. Like
really big. And it's really great for our city too, because we're both from St. Paul and we grew up blocks away from each other. So it's great to see the connection that we have, and it's almost like inspirational for the others to come behind us and wanting to do even something bigger to add on to it, because it's a lot of like the brotherhood in St. Paul is kind of real strong, so it's real motivational for a lot of other people to want to strive to do the same thing or do even bigger things than what we're doing.
Very cool. Well, thanks so much, Antoine. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And good luck with everything. And if you're ever out at the Dome, and feel free to come say hi in the press box or whatever. I'd definitely be interested. I know Joe and I talk all the time about music. I'm a big hip-hop fan, too. So I'm always in the clubhouse listening to stuff. And so I've heard quite a bit of your stuff, too.
Okay.
When they've been playing it.
Yeah. And did you need any pictures or any more, or do you have the new Joe song?
I don't. In fact, I emailed Sarah because I'd love to kind of be able to include, like, Joe's song and, like, even Brendan's, with the story, because I think fans would love to hear it.
Okay, well, I'll have Sarah to email all that to you then in a little bit.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. Have a good day.
Okay. You too.
Bye.